So in this video, let's get into the signs that God is calling you and what you must do next. Just like Samuel in the Bible, who God was calling, and it took Eli to tell him what to do and how to respond to God. So sometimes in your life, you may find yourself having some experiences and you're wondering if God is calling you. And of course, you need to know exactly what the signs are and what to do, because there's always a right thing to do. Just like Apostle Paul in the Bible, on his way to Damascus, he had an encounter with the angel that made him blind, but there was an instruction to go to a prophet's house. And there's always an instruction, like there's always something to do. There's always a first right step to take. And that's what I want to help you understand in this video. So the first sign is when you have a deep inner conviction. Now, this is very important. Like sometimes you can have a deep inner conviction to do something and it's not going away. It's so deep. Like you keep trying to forget about it, to stop thinking about it, but it keeps getting stronger in your heart. Just like Jeremiah said, that it's like a fire that is shut up in my bones. So that is a sign that God is calling you. So check what you are having as a deep conviction and it's not going away and it's becoming stronger in your heart or in your spirit. So the next sign is when you keep getting repeated instructions, maybe from your spiritual leaders, from your dreams, or from sermons. The same instructions keep coming to you to do something. Of course, we're talking about serving God here because God's calling is about serving Him, serving His purpose, maybe through the local church or maybe through evangelism, but of course it all begins from the church. Now, it could be that you keep getting the same instruction from a sermon. Maybe you go to a church and the pastor is preaching and he's talking to you on the same thing that you just saw in a dream, and the same thing, it keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming. Remember that when God is calling you, He will always have a way of communicating it to you. And that, of course, you have to know those ways. So some of those ways are through sermons. Sometimes it could be a direct instruction from a man of God, from someone who is a spiritual leader. Sometimes it could even be in your dreams where you begin to see the things you are doing or you see yourself serving in a particular way. So when it keeps coming and coming, it means that God is calling you to do something in that direction and you must have to begin. When you begin to get confirmations through other people, now sometimes you may not tell someone about, what you're experiencing, or you can possibly be asking God to confirm His word. Maybe you're seeing it in a dream and you just need God to confirm so that you be sure whether He's the one calling you. So sometimes you could run into someone who tells you exactly what you've been praying about and tells you, okay, this is what you're praying about and this is what God says. You may not necessarily have discussed it with the person. These are confirmations. And of course, before confirmation comes, you must have asked about it. Like people who always get confirmation, some of them are usually interested about it. Like they've prayed about it and they told God to confirm His word. And when you do this, of course, you can. And sometimes you may not necessarily pray that God confirm what He's showing you, but